For the point estimate of the population proportion. Population proportion is a part of a population with a particular attribute expressed as a fraction, decimal, or percentage of the whole population. For a finite population, the population proportion is the number of members in the population with a particular attribute divided by the number of members in the population. In many real situations, the whole population is not available to be checked for the presence of an attribute. In such cases, the value of the population proportion is not known. The population proportion may be estimated by taking a random sample from the population, calculating the sample proportion, and using this value as an estimate of the population proportion. The population proportion is a number representing of a part of a population that is, therefore, an example of a population parameter. The letter P or the small letter p is a common symbol for the population proportion and p hat for the sample proportion. The sample proportion is calculated as p hat is equal to x, where x pertains to the total number of success and n pertains to the sample size n. While standard error is equal to the square root of p cubed over n is approximately square root of pq or p hat q hat over n, where q hat is equal to 1 minus p hat, sample proportion of failures in the sample size n. So for you to understand the concept clearly, let's proceed to the first example. Given our x is 38 and our n is 50, so you have to find the best estimate of population proportion and standard error. Since the best estimate of population proportion is sample proportion, calculate the sample proportion. So how are we going to calculate the sample proportion given the formula x or p hat is equal to x over n? So x is already our given, 38, and n is our 50. Or is 50, just divide both, then we'll have 0.76, or expressed in percentage is going to be 76%. So for standard error with the representation of q hat, 1 minus p hat is just 1 minus 0.76 is 0.25. Just simply press on your calculator, square root of 0.76 times 0.24 divided by 50 is 0.0604. So, answer the following problem. Round off your answer in 2 to 3 decimal places. A random sample of n is equal to 400 observations from a binomial population produced. X is equal to 250. Estimate the population. Where did we get p hat, I should say, is equal to 0.625. So to get p hat is equal to x over n. Your x is 250 divided by n is 400. It's just that your answer is 0.625. And to get your standard error or q hat, so q hat is just simply 1 minus p hat, or 1 minus 0.625. Your answer is 0.375. So you'll have 0.625 and 375 to get your standard error. So you'll have SE is equal to P hat Q hat over N is equal to 0.625 times 0.375 divided by 400 is equal to 0.024, or this one. The representation of it on your calculator, just press first square root first, followed by open parenthesis 0.625 times 0.375, close parenthesis, divided by 400. The answer is round off to nearest times 100,000, 0.024. Just try to answer our independent practice. That's all. God bless you.